Oh, 7. It was fun. Our clock is off. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all.
I'll call our meeting to order. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Under our agenda, we have one addition under old business. It will be Marine City Nursery. A quote to put flowers and things at the east and south end of the hall.
I'll make a motion to accept the agenda with the one addition.
I'll support.
Motion by Stevens, supported by Anderson. All in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
5 ayes, motion carries. Next on the agenda is to approve our meeting minutes of Tuesday, August 10th.
If there's no corrections, I make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of August 10th, 2021.
I'll support it.
Motion by Anderson, supported by Stevens to approve our August 10th, 2021 meeting minutes. All signal by saying aye.
Aye.
5 ayes, motion carries. Next on our agenda was our financial report by our treasurer.
We began the month with a beginning balance of $69,810.57. We took in receipts of $111,566.21, and we made disbursements in the amount of $75,267.56, leaving us with an ending balance in the general fund of $106,109.22.
I'll make a motion to accept the financial report this evening.
Support.
Motion by Stevens, supported by Golson. All in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
5 ayes, motion carries. Next on the agenda is under new business, as there's no correspondence, will be the quarterly St. Clair County MTA meeting. It will be held on September 22nd at 11:30 a.m. at Grant Township. Oh, there you go. It's warm enough. At 7942 Wildcat Road in Jetta, Michigan.
Yeah, I recall that I'm going to go up there.
You're going to go up
If
there?
anybody else wants to go and hasn't responded, Benita asked that we just let them know by this week that we
Yeah.
can go.
I plan on meeting. I already talked to Bill when I was at the supervisors meeting.
The township hall great project.
Yeah. Okay, next on the agenda is to approve the supervisors, the tree clerk, and the trustees. Are you guys wanting to go?
It's October 24th and 25th. When do we need to know by?
Sooner the
The
better.
sooner the better.
Okay, let me double check tomorrow morning.
How about you, Dan?
I'd love to go and
Pass?
pass up with this.
Okay. I know I'm going, and you and the deputy clerk are going. Okay. Now, we need to,
And if you, like, because me and the deputy over there
You
are
did
going
it.
to get a $60
discount, yeah. Unfortunately, you don't get Mr. Prisno,
No.
so I don't get it. Okay.
No treasurer's retreat?
The treasurer will be in Ireland.
Oh, okay. That's your retreat, huh?
That's her retreat.
Hallelujah.
Retreat to Emerald
That
Isle.
would be a better,
Yeah. And I see many of these things. The only thing new to us would be the American Rescue Plan funding, and that's going to be at the clerk's retreat, and I'm sure we'll get a full report on that.
right.
We have to make a motion?
Yeah.
Okay, make a motion to approve the supervisor retreat on October 28th and 29th, the clerk and the deputy retreat on October 13th and 14th, and the trustees,
Yep,
if I go,
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
right.
Okay, for the supervisors, $362, the clerk $664, and the trustees is $664.
Plus
Since
room.
Dan's not going, it would be 362.
362.
Support. We need to add plus travel expenses
And room,
That's
to
done.
this motion.
yeah.
And room?
Yeah.
Yeah, room and travel.
Yeah.
What are you being charged for?
The class.
That includes your
Okay.
class and all your meals. Your breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the 2 days. And all of the classes. Okay, this will be a roll call vote.
Okay. Kathy,
Yes.
Jennifer, yes. Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes?
Colleen.
Yes.
All roll call votes are yes, motion carries. Next on the agenda is to approve, we have to get a new server so it will work with our new BSNA.
I make a motion to approve the quote from Network Computers for a server in the amount of $2,620.80.
Support.
That server serves all the computers here in the building?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And ours is very outdated.
Yes. Motion by Anderson, supported by Stover to approve a new server for 2080 will be a roll call vote.
Patty,
Yes.
Jennifer, yes. Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Colleen.
Yes.
All roll call votes were yes, motion carries. Next on the agenda is to approve the retirement of Dennis. Did you look up when he started? Did you? Dennis, as he decided to take a retirement, he has really bad shoulder and will be having surgery in October. And he's in his 70s and he just decided it's time for him to.
I make a motion to approve the retirement letter of Mr. Dennis LaForest.
I have a real quick question before we go. Shouldn't it be resignation, not retirement?
No, he wanted to resign to retire.
Okay, well, I just want to put this out there that he's not getting any kind of retirement benefits.
So, yeah, he knows
That
that.
when people retire, that's
Yeah.
how I think of it.
Well, just
Otherwise, you resign. I don't know.
Let him
I'm
go.
just throwing it out there.
just let him.
I'm just throwing it out there.
He
It's-
calls it a retirement.
That's fine.
But
That's fine.
he knows he's not getting anything from
Okay.
us. We don't
We don't
have
have
a
anything.
retirement.
We don't have anything.
But he should get our thanks for
Yes.
his work.
Yeah.
And the efforts that
Right.
he's put in.
All right.
I have a question.
Well,
Who's replacing him? What companies have we hired to replace him?
we haven't hired anybody.
Well, this guy came up really sudden. I mean,
I've got a call into D&E Landscaping, and Chris, the lawn manager, will come and take a look at our parcel and the cemetery and give us a bid.
Yeah,
So
we,
will Precision, Darren from
I know
Precision
it's on
Landscaping.
the
and
agenda. We'll have to take it off the agenda until we get,
I'm just
post.
saying, nothing has, he's retired.
yeah.
Who's cutting the lawn next week?
But it's not been cut.
Next week?
Well, it doesn't need to be cut next week. It was cut this week.
So he cut the lawn once a week or
Every couple weeks.
every couple weeks?
So we're good. We got it cut for a couple weeks.
plus
It's,
it's very
it's,
late going in the fall.
it's going in fall. Yeah. It'll be
I mean, we
fine.
may have a problem with the leaves the fall there. Hopefully we'll have something like that.
It won't.
Oh, I just don't
And then
think
what
that
about
one
maintenance?
person goes before you have something to replace him.
Well,
How
that
is
too.
it?
I mean, he put his letter in a couple weeks ago, we should have already gotten it.
Anyway, so that, and I've called Tommy's Lawn Service, who does this sort of landscaping, plus they do the cemetery at St. Peter's. So they're good with stones. Just,
Okay.
that's just 3 suggestions.
Okay.
But
I
we need to
thought
have-
when we heard we were gonna retire, that you said you were gonna hire somebody as we needed them to fix stuff,
But we
right?
have to
That's-
know who we're gonna, like,
that's
talk
a
to
fix-it
someone.
guy.
Because
Not
if
a
something
lawn care
happens
guy.
Yeah.
and we need someone like tomorrow,
Well, I need suggestions. I don't know who to call.
Don't we have to,
Do you have suggestions of somebody?
I don't.
okay.
Neither,
I'm the clerk though, you're the
Yeah,
supervisor.
I know.
So I thought that you would,
I,
Right.
So if anyone has a lead on any good handymen,
Are we still on?
retirement,
I am-
let us know.
yeah,
yes.
yeah. We need a support for the retirement, and then we'll,
I support that and suggest that we send him a letter of appreciation
okay.
for his efforts.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bye-bye. Dennis did say until we get somebody, we can call. Okay? So, he did say he was, until we get somebody, he will take, help us out. Not a problem. Okay? Okay. We're not high and dry, no.
And was that our lawnmower? Or
It's all it's all parked in the shed. I got the keys, the lawnmower, everything's in the shed.
Oh. Okay,
so,
well,
So we got a lawnmower.
yeah, but if we hired a maintenance thing, we won't need a.
We'll sell it
Yeah.
and keep the money,
And who knows, maybe someone come up with who we have.
you know. Or we could hire somebody, just hire somebody to, wants to mow the lawn and use our equipment. Like we did Dennis. Maybe we could find a retired person. No, we're not high and dry. Dennis said he would help us out until he gets his surgery, was not until October. Yeah. But we're not high and dry. So, he will get some quotes on cemetery, we've got a couple of Tommies. I know Tommy.
I have 3 people that will get in touch with us.
Okay. Do we want to go ahead and get the okay from the board, to go ahead and hire them,
I can have
quote
Yes.
for them to see, right?
Yeah, just get some quotes and we'll vote on it next meeting.
All right, okay.
Should be fine. And like I said, it's in the season. If anything, we'll need some cleanup down at cemetery.
I've gone through the cemetery,
Yeah.
I doubt if we'll need it before.
We just have to have someone really lined up for the spring for the grass mowing. But we'll need someone for maintenance here at the hall.
Yeah, like I said,
Did, what about the gravel?
we didn't get that,
We approved it.
we approved it, yeah. So, all right. So then we'll go on to F.
Well, we need to, are you gonna,
We're,
so you kind
make a
of-
motion
you-
to take, then we'll need a motion.
Well, I've got down here, there was the general consensus of the board to get quotes
Yeah,
until next month's
right,
meeting.
Right.
that's fine,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
get it
that sounds
done.
good.
Make a motion on that.
Okay. Next is to approve the payment of Tam Blau that she did on our update of our expansion on phase 1.
I have a question.
Sure.
When she said the town parks committee, which part, is that like the county parks committee or?
She meant the planning commission. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I make a motion to pay Pam Blau Incorporated the amount of $1,215 for revised park plans for phase 1 of Elder, Casco Township, Elder Park.
Support. Whomever. I'll support.
Motion by Stevens, supported by Golson, to approve payment to Pam Blau Incorporated of $1,250 will be a roll call vote.
Patty?
Yes.
Jennifer, yes. Dan?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes?
Colleen?
Yes.
All roll call votes are yes, motion carries. Okay. The next is to approve the change for decking on roof, an additional $7,020. When they took up the roof, okay, no explanation?
I have pictures.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
No, I believe,
Yeah.
It's crazy though, you need to see.
I'm sure.
When you called me up about the retreat, I thought you were going to say they found a body up there.
Yeah. If there was a body up there, it would have fallen through to
I thought I was gonna
I'll be in the
expect
basement
something.
by now.
There's one.
Oh, yeah.
And
You
we
can see
should
us
have
right.
suspected that.
It's like the wood is like the original wood.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were lucky.
it was right.
Yeah.
No, that was just thinking.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you make that motion?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right, motion by Stevens, supported by Anderson. To approve the change for decking on the roof and an additional $7,020. Will be a roll call vote.
Patty?
Yes.
Jennifer, yes. Dan?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Colleen?
Yes.
All roll call votes are yes, motion carries.
Wonder how Bill likes it looking from.
Oh,
down
he's
from-
probably rolling and rolling.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned that, oh, we just painted.
Oh,
No, it looks
You've
amazing.
seen the bathroom, it needs more paint.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
Okay. H. Did everybody look at this?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have some questions.
Go ahead.
First of all, like, is he thinking about just replacing the drop ceiling with another one?
We're gonna see what's up there.
Yeah. If it's a nice ceiling, I would like to get Perry kind of like.
Oh, I would too, but I doubt that it is. We'll
They don't
we'll
use
see.
later, but
Right.
we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see.
We'll
And let-
see.
That would look
That would
very
be
nice.
lovely if it was.
The windows he has, is it gonna look like the old style, but,
So what they said they could do is replace these. They'll take out that top panel and put like a fixed pane up there, so it'll look like it's one window, but they don't.
You can
He
still
said
open
to
the lower
order
windows.
custom windows
Okay.
that tall, crazy.
Yeah,
expensive.
no, yeah, that's
well,
just,
is it possible we can supply us with pictures?
I think this is gonna be custom. I mean, all I could.
They don't make these.
All I could say is that, look at your Southern Home windows, those, they're called plantation windows, and they're just floor to ceiling.
Right.
If this were on it'd go,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be like that.
So it's gonna look like one
It's
big.
gonna look
It's
like
gonna look
one
like
big,
one, but it's gonna be like basically a double
Stationary.
front window
Okay.
like this, and then a stationary
stairs,
one on
yeah,
top.
at the
Okay.
top.
All right, so
And
it's
not
almost
that
gonna look like
boarded
a
up
triple.
Yeah.
Right,
It's
right.
gonna
Triple
look more
pane instead
historic
of fake one.
that way.
Which will make it so much lighter.
I just wanted to make it good.
Well, I
Oh,
think it's
yeah.
gonna be more
More light
historic
in
looking,
here.
and we're gonna get more light in here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I can remember the old one.
We're not gonna need any curtains. No curtains.
No curtains.
Don't need them.
No, there's no
Oh,
need
Yeah.
for that.
Do something a little bit here.
Good thing don't get no flame near those curtains.
Oh, Yeah.
If not,
I didn't-
Were there ever any other quotes that we compared this for this?
Yes. We took two people through the whole building. What was
we
that?
took three of them.
Three of them. What was the other?
Childers?
Childers, that was it. Erskine Childers, yes. That wasn't his first name.
This guy is the one that has done did our
basement.
basement.
He did
Yeah.
phase
Okay.
one.
And you replaced.
This is
Yes.
like phase two.
And he,
And
My
Childers.
concern with this, I mean, I'm supposed to raise these kinds of issues, so I will.
okay.
How much did it cost to do our whole renovation, a whole new section over there? About 150,000, is that
But
right?
I would say between 150 and 170.
Yeah.
100,
So-
was it 152? Because we,
On a proportional basis, I'm just wondering if this is kind of high.
The problem is
Because-
you have demo costs too, so you're paying for the
Sure.
yeah.
labor to demo, the dumpster, you know, whatever.
And
Sometimes
any
it-
problems
have
they
a demo.
find behind those
Well,
walls.
usually when there's construction, there's a dumpster anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
But I just, proportionally, it seems a little, maybe a little on the high end
It was,
compared to a whole, how many square feet do we have over there? New square feet, new square footage, 150,000, 1,500, I think, something like that.
is it 15?
No, not even that much.
No, not
It's less
nine.
than 1,000.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was less
like
than 1,000 square feet.
And how many square
And
feet are we
Childers,
looking at?
This is maybe about
bid this out as well as
the basement.
all aspects. And they bid out the basement too. They were much higher.
So you're comfortable, in other words,
I
you're
am
kind of
very
comfortable
comfortable
with this, and
with these people.
proportionally, you think it's all right.
I think they did a good job. And I'll tell you too, like, seeing them work, and I think these guys can all agree to it. They went above and beyond. There was things that they probably fixed and did that they didn't have to,
Yeah.
you
I'm
know?
good with it.
And
I just wanted
constant
to raise those
contact.
questions.
Yeah,
I-
constant contact with
Yeah.
their supervisors.
Also too, this part of the hall, literally, the last thing when we boxed in the stage, and that was that 20, 25 years
Yeah.
ago? That was the last kind of improvement.
Longer than that, I've been here 20 years.
That's,
No, I remember when it was open, I was.
Yeah,
when we
32.
had more than
Yeah.
for storage records.
From my point of view, what you say about the way they work is more important than the bottom line price. Cheapest not
It
always the
really,
best.
well,
They're
no,
very thorough.
It is
yes.
not really
Have you
always
looked
the best.
looked out at our
The ramp?
ramp?
Yeah, no, I haven't actually.
Well, take a look at it now and before and after.
The walls here, what do you envision, because these could be darn well plastic.
I'm hoping that it's plaster.
Well,
We'll
do you
see.
envision like wainscoting?
Oh, sure, I mean, we could we could add the wainscoting if it's plaster.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a building this
Because-
old. What else would it be?
That's my picture.
Yeah, because this is the people's
Wainscoting is
house.
something that comes halfway up.
It reflects the heritage.
Yeah.
Not-
It's that,
You
stage
can make it look very colonial,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, 1970 remodeling in here, whenever it was, that was.
Seventies were not a good decade.
No, in the 70s is when our office was made, wasn't it?
What's
The
that?
70s when our
Well,
office.
yeah, no, the addition that was built on back, when my dad was a film inspector at the time, that was, I think, in 76.
Right.
The initial office, and then, of course, we added on in 2016. Before the office, I remember when my dad had to pick up plans, he stopped over at the Beaches house there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we
Worked
do
at their
business.
And they'd go in there and talk for hours.
Yeah.
Dog in the car.
But I think they've gone over our needs very carefully. And although it wouldn't be wise for us to do this, we could ask them to start at one point or another point. They have this all,
Like a la carte.
Right.
So
yes, it is à la carte.
Whatever.
If we need to put, if they're working up there, we need to have meetings, we could have them downstairs.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful meeting place.
Right.
But this will be too, and that's what we're hoping for, is that we
It
restore
sounds
it.
really good.
to a-
It sounds like the plan is really.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see this floor refinished and the windows to the top and these drapes gone and this paneling gone. And I think we can, yeah, and we'll really be surprised. I'm not expecting, I would be hoping, Joe, for a vaulted ceiling, but I
Don't
don't,
hold your breath.
I don't look
It
forward
could
to it.
be something like, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what's they find.
Yeah.
Hopefully not by you.
Yeah, because we couldn't
I think we would
afford
sell it.
beams, we couldn't afford beams and to put up there and stuff like that, so we'll just have to see what comes, but.
I
it
did
will
figure
be
out how to
better.
put these lights on.
What's that?
You did?
The,
Yeah.
the middle lights, there's a switch in the shelf over there from the stage, but you can't shut it off, so we're not messing with it. It was kind of gross.
One surprise after another, you know?
Yeah. They're kind of, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably get a good bit of
Oh, probably.
would be pretty.
What's that?
Chandeliers.
Chandeliers, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
I was
Yes.
thinking like lights, like that looked like in a township hall, you know, kind of.
Industrial sites on them.
You can look through
Or
the
those
thing
old
where-
schoolhouse
I'm
looking
sure
lights,
they
you
got
know, the
Yeah.
globe, what do you
Yeah,
call?
exactly.
They look like milk glass, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, whatever.
Oh,
We're dreaming here.
Oh, yeah,
We're
I think you
dreaming.
guys are,
You
But
can
if
go
you're
on
ever
those
out, you know,
You
you
can go
never
on
see
those
anything like that.
Websites that have those lighting fixtures, because I'm redoing my house right now, it numbs your mind.
Oh, I know, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But we're very pleased. I am very pleased with this
It's
company.
exciting.
Yes.
Yes.
There's been so many.
And it sounds like
things.
they're easy to work with. if we-
Oh,
That's the
God,
best part about
the
them.
men are fabulous.
All right.
I'll make a motion if we have, we're done with discussion. I'll make a motion to approve the quote from All Aspects Painting and Remodeling for the hall remodel phase 2 in the amount of $46,000.
Support.
Support.
All right.
I think Stover got her,
She got it first.
I hope you'll be pleased.
And I'm sure they will. I mean, motion by Anderson, support by Stover.
It's a
For-
combo Stevers.
Oh my God, to approve the all specs quote for the meeting hall of $46,000. It'll be a roll call vote.
Patty,
Yes.
Jennifer, yes. Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Colleen.
Yes.
Now roll call votes are all yeses, motion carries.
Well, after we get this, we'll be almost done, just the siding on the outside.
Yeah, we might let that go until next year.
I was gonna say, or they could do both at one time.
Or we,
The outside
yeah,
has nothing to do with the inside.
Yeah, we could ask, well, we could look around, ask, get quotes on the siding.
well, we got a company, that the company that did our roof, does siding and gutters.
Okay, will I pass them?
Okay.
Match
I mean,
what's
why
on-
go with a different company if they're
Right.
happy with
Match, if
it?
they could match what's on the new Carter Hall?
If they matched our roof, they can match our.
Doesn't that look awesome?
Well, yeah, at my age, yeah.
I never knew I could see it.
Right?
Little house on the prairie.
All right. Next on our agenda, Colleen, TCF Bank. What do we got at TCF Bank?
Well, my goodness me, this bank has gone through 3 changes.
I know.
And I have been told by people who work at TCF Bank now that they have been building up capital and doing all they could to bring the company up to a standard that Huntington Bank would accept them and
That's
roll
what
them
I
into
heard,
their
too.
company. The people who are now working for Huntington Bank say this will probably be their last merger,
I hope
and that
so.
this company is marvelous to work for. It takes nothing on our part because they will, just like we have in the 3 banks, there are 2 banks before this, they will automatically transfer everything, all our paperwork, they will give me new routing numbers, new account numbers, and things like that. And our list of signers stays the same. So there's really nothing we need to do except recognize that the TCF Bank that we once dealt with is now called Huntington.
And that happens October 12th. I only know that because I do banking with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that banks in the United States, it's headed toward like it is in Canada, where you only have a few banks.
Yes, and it's gonna head that way with credit unions as well. The government oversight, the auditors, the auditing they have to go through will force smaller credit unions to merge into 1 or 2 or 3 big banks. I don't think the government wants to bother with small entities anymore. So we've been through a lot of banks in Casco Township, and we started out with the Bank of America, and we've just grown with them, or we've pulled out and gone someplace else. We have money in credit unions, large credit unions, and banks. It's all FDIC controlled and secured. So things aren't going to change at our end very much. It's just the name change. And I think we're going to get better rates. That's kind of wishful thinking, but they can't get any lower than they are right now. So I just please recognize that TCF Bank is now Huntington, and we do have an association with them.
Okay, Jennifer.
Vicki and I went to
You're not gonna have a roll call on that because it's the money to...
No,
It's just a name change.
It's just a name
Oh,
change.
it's all your money to go.
No.
Yeah, we're not enacting a change.
It's a same,
You're
no,
approving
just
the
a
money
seamless
that
change.
No,
the money's already there.
Money's already there.
Yeah, we're not pulling anything out.
We're not pulling anything out. It's just a
This
name
county
change.
It's more like an
Yeah,
FYI,
it's FYI.
and so is this one. So Vicki and I went to training last, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, I don't know, whatever.
It's like 2 weeks, you know, it's an order.
And it was in Frankenmuth, and it was for the Michigan Association of Municipal Clerks. It was a wealth of information. We learned so much stuff. We learned stuff that we should be doing that we're not doing, stuff that we could be doing to make things easier.
But like, if you give an example of something you should,
This agenda needs to change. There's stuff on here that we need to do differently. Old business is actually called unfinished business. I mean, it's just little stuff that it's, and when we say we're tabling something, when you actually table something, you're supposed to discuss it later in the meeting. You're like you're putting it aside on the table for later. If you want to put it for other meetings, whatever, if you postpone it, stuff like that. And they also talked about using consent agendas, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. When I was on the
Yeah.
school board, I did that.
School boards do that all the time.
And it saves time, so you would put, say you put approving the minutes from previous, the financial report, bills, like things that you always do. And when it comes up in the meeting, you say, you make a motion to approve the consent agenda. And say Joe says, you know what, I wanna make a change to the minutes. So you take the minutes out of the consent agenda and put it separate. But everything else, you would just do one motion. Instead of doing motions and votes on all those things, it's just one thing. And if someone wants to take something out of there, you take it out of there and vote on it separate.
But do you bring let's just say the financial report?
Yes.
Do you have that written out for members of the audience to see, or is that just for the township board to see and
That I
approve
don't
on
know.
a consent agenda?
That I don't know.
Because I've never seen at a consent agenda at a school board meeting,
Right.
I've never seen the
Right.
information
Right.
that they are
I don't
approving.
see why not, because you're just changing how you vote on it. Instead of voting on everything individually, you're just voting on it
At one
once.
time,
So I
but
don't
the
see
information
why
could be
not.
there for the residents if
something
they
we'll
want to
check
see it.
into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's.
That's fine.
But just
It's a
stuff like
time
that. We went over budgets, we went over so much stuff. And this was actually supposed to be a 2-day just for this. And they had the one day was like their main meeting where they did awards and they talked about other stuff. But this was a 2-day that they crunched
And
into
it was
one
approving
day.
their agenda and their financial stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
This
it was-
was-
Yeah, it's like an MTA.
It was
kind of
crazy.
thing. Yeah.
It was crazy. So, and I mean, they skipped a lot, so we're gonna
They
go
talked
through
a
it.
lot about agendas and minutes and like any add-ons. They put it on different colored paper, so you as trustees will see a purple piece of paper and know, oh, that's an add-on automatically. You do a resolution, that's on a pink piece of paper. So those things pop out for you guys, and
There was
you know,
just, yeah.
we're supposed to, for FOIA requests, one of the things that we didn't know we're supposed to do by law, we have to have a FOIA list available
A
for
law.
anybody to see. It's a law we're supposed to have.
What do you mean for you?
We have to put on a spreadsheet every FOIA request we get. and
Oh.
what happened.
And keep it.
And keep it.
And
So
keep
if someone has a question about a FOIA,
If a resident
we can
comes
go
or
there.
whoever comes, if someone needs to see that list, by law, we're supposed to have one. We have one now.
Okay, all right.
So
that
just
was the
stuff
Well, I
one
like
can,
thing
that.
I can
found
see
out.
that that would be a helpful thing if you
Yeah.
were ever in litigation and
Right.
somebody,
Yeah, that
it's like,
sounds exactly
it's like
what-
precedence,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I can see that.
And we have a big FOIA right now from True North Law. They FOIA every township and city clerk in the state of Michigan for all
For
the
the
2020.
2020.
And
It's
20
election.
It goes back to 2016.
Actually, yeah, you're right, it does go all the way back.
And they've asked for all this stuff, so, some of the stuff that we didn't know about FOIAs, it's helpful.
And one of the things too, which was good to know, is if we have a website, we are legally obligated to have everything on our website. There's a list, I mean, we can't just
You can choose.
pick and choose. We have
To
to.
save
If we
space
have a
or
website,
time.
we have to put it on.
When you mean everything, I mean,
Like, your packets need to be on there for people to be able to see. We need to have a FOIA request form on our website. We need to have our complaint form on
The
the
FOIA stuff
website.
is on there.
You know, we have to make
stuff
it.
The
is-
building
It's just
packets
updated.
too?
Not, I mean, we have, that's a little different.
You have like a list of what building we have packets for new homes, new outbuildings, new
I mean,
pole
we
barns.
have on there what they.
Maybe
can
not
get,
the
everything.
entire packet,
Plus
but
it does-
the subject of that packet, so they
Yeah.
know it's available.
Yeah.
So they
That's a
know,
lot of information. to
it
try to
is,
get on
but,
it,
but people need to know, as most people do, when a permit is required.
So if somebody's sitting at home at 8 o'clock at night and saying, geez, I'm gonna build a little 10 by 10 chicken coop, do I need a permit for that?
Well,
You know.
it should say right on our thing, anything in our township requires a permit. If not a permit, it needs at least
A
zoning.
zoning or a site plan.
Right, everything in our township.
And I didn't know if this was something we did too, no, I think that's for later. I
We
don't
were,
know.
planning commission, we have
So,
new and unfinished business. We have unfinished, not old.
Unfinished.
Unfinished.
Well, then we'll change it.
Yeah, that's what it, yeah, it's
No, I mean,
semantics.
we're ahead of
I'm
it.
sure it's semantics,
You're
but
ahead of it.
Okay, this was what you have to put on the website. It says every municipality needs to adopt a version of these three things. The FOIA procedures and guidelines include a public inspection of records policy. So we have the FOIA procedures and guidelines, but I don't know about this public inspection of records policy. A written public summary of the procedures and guidelines.
Those should be on there because, yeah, when it came through, we had to do all that.
Okay. And a detailed FOIA, I know they're outdated, so I printed new ones off, I gotta get them to Steve.
Yeah.
And the detailed cost itemized worksheet, because if someone requests a FOIA like this True North, so Vicki and I went through and we estimated how much time it's gonna take to gather the information and we have to do all this stuff. You can't charge them unless you have this stuff listed on the website,
Right.
so.
No, that's smart. A little bit of stuff to put on there.
I'll tell you.
True North is suing, or
Every-
for request,
in every county, in every township.
I think every county,
municipality.
I think so. Yeah, because
What's
we,
their aim?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, we didn't used to belong to this. This has much more information for courts than MPA and the other.
They're fabulous.
They are.
They're fabulous.
They are.
I learned so much stuff just.
They,
What's the organization called?
It's MAMC, Michigan Association of Municipal Clerks.
yeah.
So I'm glad we
glad you-
joined. Yeah.
So,
And then we got some more information, because there's a whole institute that clerks, they suggest no.
It's like continuing
It's,
education.
I mean, I've got this paperwork here, I'm trying to get a scholarship for us to go, because I'm sure it's from Sunday to Friday. And, I mean, I got pamphlets here, if anybody wants, there's a lot of education.
Is there up Frankenmuth again?
This one's in Mount Pleasant,
Oh,
so.
There's a casino in Mount Pleasant, isn't
I
there?
think it's, yeah.
Soaring Eagle?
I mean, there's certifications we should be getting and everything else too, so, I mean.
the ladies didn't eat the schnitzel in Frankenmuth.
No
Schnitzel. No chicken dinner
You
either.
schnauzer.
So that was that. So we learned a lot.
Good. Okay, on to old business. Okay, you want to take it, Colleen?
The reason this is determined to be old business is because I had requested a quote to do this in early spring. However, Dennis planted beautiful flowers out front, and I didn't have the heart to dig them up. So I asked,
Retired, let's get ready.
I asked my friends at Marine City Nursery to put this off until autumn. And then when we did the ramp over here, it faces east. It's on the south side of the building, but I thought 3 more shrubs that kind of hide that. And this is your plant list. If you go down what it's going to look like out front is 2 taller bushes, some smaller boxwoods, and then what do they call it? Grasses at the side, just to fill out the front. And then I'm going to ask them to put these, the thuja, they're called yellow ribbon, and
And if you look at them, you know out front we have the plantings that are lower and they have kind of that bright green, almost chartreuse leaf on it. And that's what the Thuja yellow ribbon arborvitae is. It's a taller, it's going to be my height or more, and 3 across by the walkway there. And one where we put the pot and had the flowers in it, that's not going to work. 95-degree weather, and we're only here, Monday through Thursday. Those things died as fast as I could water them. So I'm going to put another one of those Thujas over there. And the only thing that I might change is that the Huchuras, those are coral bells, and they're a little bit dark in front of the boxwoods. So I might just change out the Huchuras to a firelight, which is a brighter green. I'm sure you're all very interested in that. The Marine City Nursery is about 2 or 3 weeks out right now, so it'll be October before they get, but they'll do all the plantings. I said we've already got the boxes out front. They don't have to do anything. They really don't have to do anything in the side except take up the sod, dig the holes, and put that. If we want to put some.
The plantings we had, they were removed because of the foundation repair.
Yeah, there. And they were flowers. They were annuals and maybe a few perennials, and it really would look.
It's hard to keep those up too.
We don't have a landscaper.
Courtney helped you on this?
Courtney always helps me.
It's good.
Oh yeah, she's very good.
One
Yep.
of these days, the poems he has for me, I'm going to put in.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
No, we work very well together, and I think this will be. It's a little bit decorative, but mostly it's arborvitaes and boxwoods, which take very little care, except maybe some trimming. And we'll grow into it, they're going to be the smaller varieties, so, but, in a few years, they'll be the height that we want them to be, and it'll look very nice and tidy. So.
I trust your judgment.
She's our go-to lady.
Okay.
So we need a motion on that? I'll make a
Well,
motion.
I really hate to bring money to the table this late in the game, but I put this off as long as I can with everything going on around
You can't wait till
here.
next month, it's too late.
Well, no, because they'll
Be too
be
late.
planting. And if I give her the go-ahead now and she's 2 or 3 weeks out,
It's
it'll be
perfect.
October
Yep,
before we.
that's perfect.
Okay.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve the quote from Marine City Nursery in the amount of $1,321.25.
Support.
Motion by Anderson, supported by Goldston, to approve Marine City Nursery's quote of $1,321.25, supported by Goldston. Would be a roll call vote.
Patty?
Yes.
Jennifer, yes. Dan?
Yes.
Joe?
Oh,
Colleen?
Yes.
All roll call votes were yes, motion carries. Next on the agenda is paying our bills. Any questions on the bills?
I make a motion that the bills be paid.
support.
Motion by Stevens, supported by Goldston, to pay our bills. Would be a roll call vote.
Patty?
Yes.
Jennifer, yes. Dan?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Colleen?
Yes.
All roll call vote is a yes, motion carries. Now up to citizens' comments. Citizens,
Thank you for the chair.
you're welcome.
Patty next month. Oh, next month we get it.
Oh, boy.
We'll see what we can come up with.
Okay.
I have a comment.
Yes.
I've been a trustee for what, 20 years or so? I've never seen such impetus to improve the technology, education, physical plant, appearance of this township as I've seen in the last 2 or 3 years. And to the, both you and Ms. Bill, there's been so many changes and the momentum just keeps increasing. I'm very pleased.
Oh, I'm glad.
Very.
Well,
When I started, we went to MTA conventions a couple of years, one in Grand Rapids and one in Detroit. I learned so much there, and I regretted that the township was not interested in doing that
Yeah.
again. And our finances are good, and to do all these things is wonderful.
yes.
And also, there's more, not a lot, but there's more citizen interest in different things that I've seen in many years. Maybe it's President Lee stepping home, but I don't think so.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
there's
I don't
involvement
think
about,
so.
just about
Yeah.
the gypsy moths and the park.
Yeah.
And seeing you all here, and
Yeah.
it's great. It really is. And there's new leadership. I mean, new level and new leaders for the future, because that's worrying some of the older ones, who's gonna do it when we can't do it, So it's good.
Thank you, Dan.
When we get a remodeling job, we should have an open house.
Oh, that goes without saying.
And on the website, we should explain what has happened over the last 3-4 years with the park, improvements, the addition, and all of these other things. It's a long list now, quite a long list.
Well, on the park update, the berm is down in front of Fred Moore
Oh, I
Library.
wasn't asking about that.
Yeah, so, and that, we're worried that it was construction rubble. It wasn't, it was pristine.
Sure.
Nice.
So they
Soil.
spread it out there, Grasso Trucking did. And next, I'll be gonna go pick up the post for the sign, and the sign's still in my garage. We have someone mount it for us.
Do we have someone to mount it for
I'm
us?
talking to Philip Stein.
Oh, Philip Sign, that's right,
Oh.
yes.
And they'll mount it for us. It's a nice looking sign, very handsome.
Yeah.
And one other note, we've lived out here for 37 years, I think. And the township is almost still as rural as it was when we moved out here. And that is just a dream. It's what all the residents say that they wanted, and it is what it is. It's wonderful.
Well, I think with our 5-acre agricultural
Yes.
zoning,
Yeah.
I mean,
That was the
Beautiful
first, we
houses
actually
going up.
increased
Yeah.
the requirement
Yes.
rather than reduce the requirement.
Yes.
Happens everywhere.
but they're beautiful, these
And,
homes that are going up, absolutely wonderful. It's increased our tax base. Of course, most of the taxes that I take in, I have to disperse to the county and the schools.
Right.
Nevertheless, you can tell, and these are beautiful homes, and they're well built.
Well, it is changed. I mean, because I've been out here all my
Yeah,
life.
yeah, right.
So, I mean, there is less fun.
That's true. And all around me, there's a big farm going on there.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the big machines that
Yes, I do too.
It's wonderful.
I do
Yeah,
too.
I mean, it changed. We're primarily a bedroom community for Metro Detroit.
Yeah.
That's.
But we have the best of all worlds. We don't have a lot of industry, but within 10 minutes, we can be in Richmond, Marine City, St. Clair, New Baltimore, and there's stores and shops and groceries and everything that we can need, and we're not tripping over it in our backyard.
I was talking with our planner about now the Marine City Highway corridor, if we could have growth limits. And he says, yeah, he says that we could decide that to, funnel it just down the Marine City versus funnel it up through.
It might not
Well, that would
exactly-
take rezoning and,
It might not exactly be a blessing, but it's hard often to get a perk in an engineered field. So it's expensive to get. It's often hard to get a good well. So sometimes you have, I think Jim Pope, 10 times, I think.
We did 6.
Yeah, so, and that's very expensive. And then the gas company owns a lot of land, gas
Yeah.
companies do. And so, and no water and no sewer, I mean, in a sense, for those of us that love it here for the rural atmosphere and don't mind the dirt roads, don't want them to change. It's a blessing. You know, it's, look what happened in New Baltimore.
Yeah.
There used to be barns and farms all the way up from Wednesday.
Well, Chesterfield?
Yeah, that whole area.
No one you could think that's the prison that brought that up.
Oh, no, it was before the prison.
No.
All the subdivisions.
No.
Oh, the water.
Yeah, the water and services that came up because of that prison. I talked to some planners, they were saying if that prison wasn't located, Metro Detroit's grown out in spokes, okay? The I-94, if it wasn't for that water and sewer main that runs through prison, growth wouldn't have happened as much because going up into the thumb is kind of, I don't want to say a dead area, but it doesn't attract the people, the traffic, like going up north or going out toward the Ann Arbor or going out toward Lansing.
That's why the economic development people like that, the 26 mile corridor, because up there they can't get what they need to.
Well,
Is bringing in.
but that was envisioned, but if it wasn't for that prison locating there, the growth probably wouldn't have come up at the corridor as quickly, like in the Chesterfield and Baltimore area, as it did.
There's 1,400 units.
That was built during when we locked them all up, phase of Michigan. Yeah.
I have a couple questions. So in all this updating, is the front half of that sign gonna get repainted?
We're gonna get a new sign.
I think our idea is to get one of the part of it.
Awesome. Is this house available to rent, this hall?
No,
No. Will it ever be?
no.
I don't know.
I don't, why would
Well, we,
Checking the liability.
the
well,
liability insurance and the problems we had before.
yeah.
We had to have an agent to do it, and
Yeah.
we did it away with the agent.
What it was is the last time someone wanted to rent it, it was for a bachelor party.
Oh,
And,
that's
well, our attorney advised us have it for no rental.
There's a lot of, and there's also alternative venues, a lot of alternative venues, not so far. Both in
We
Richmond
now
and
have,
Birch Point.
we have Prince
others.
Point, we've
Yeah,
got,
I remember when that was brought, Karen tracked down on that right away. She phone called to Jim Dubé and said, what can we do?
You know what's going to be a nice alternative venue?
The
is
pavilion?
The
At the new
pavilion,
park.
oh, yes,
Yes,
indeed.
absolutely.
But like for,
we can't, I'm sorry, we can't rent out the pavilion.
No?
No, because we have grant money and it has to be open to the public at all times.
Yes.
It cannot be rented out.
So it's like a first come, first served.
Yeah,
But are you sure that's the case? Because
I am
Columbus-
sure.
Columbus rents out their facilities.
that's a county,
That's a different.
Yeah.
that's a
We're-
different thing.
Legal framework?
Okay,
Yeah.
the grant we applied is for that, through the passport, DNR passport. When you renew your license and you say, hey, I'd like this, and you go to any
Yeah.
DNR facility or state park, the funds built up of that, they're using to help fund recreational.
Right.
That's the grant we applied for.
Yeah, and so we
And it
can't,
probably has a connection where you can't, rent
you
it.
know, and it has to be open to the public 24/7.
I don't think we'd make a fortune off of it.
Which public, just the township?
All the public.
All of it, though.
All of
the public.
Michigan?
Yes, absolutely.
Anybody from Detroit?
Sure.
Anybody that wants to
They have
use
one of
our
those
park.
Casco
Yeah.
recreation things.
Belle Isle, too,
public.
you can go to Belle Isle.
So you're gonna be
It's a
required
state park.
to have the little P thing on your
If we get
license?
the grant right. for everything.
No.
No,
Anyone can come into our park. It's being funded by that when people renew their tabs.
Okay.
It's a public park, it's not a private park.
in other words.
Okay. Last question is, in the past, with our tax bill, we would get like the statistics of the year. And we didn't get it last year, and I'm wondering if we will moving forward.
That's the newsletter that Bill Brumanap worked on for months. That was his baby.
Yeah.
That was wonderful information,
Yes, it
but
was.
Yes.
was, I would say, I have them in all those files, because yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we
I
should
value
have-
that information.
Is it possible to resurrect that?
Well, that would be the supervisor's job to do.
Well, it's plugged into the computer.
Yeah.
It's plugged into the computers, and all Bill did after the first year was change the numbers.
Okay, it's still there,
That's
that
what he did.
file?
All right.
He changed the numbers. He made the calls to the people who got
Very
the numbers.
nice.
I see mine
Awesome.
is
No,
like.
it was.
Well, I especially like and I like the little stickers that we gave out about who to call for
Yes.
a non-emergency number, you know, that
Could
was
do that.
very good. And just general thing, if we ever picked up another garbage, let's say, we have 2, we have 3, but who knows, in the future, we might get more, get that. There's all sorts of information, you know, we just have to plug it in and send it out.
Yeah.
And do it either in send it with, did he send it with the winter tax bill or the summer tax
So,
bill?
you know what?
Was it, when was
It was
it?
in the winter.
Was it the winter, it came with the winter? Because we could do
Because that's
that,
when it
or
got
we
on
could send it out with the
previous year,
assessment
right?
notices, because everybody gets an assessment notice too. So whenever we gather that information,
Yeah.
but in December, we've had the whole year to review,
Right.
to see what changes have been made. And if, as you say, we just plug it in and keep adding to it, you know. Yeah, I miss that too.
Yeah.
And just give them updated numbers for like, let's say we get it audited.
He was very good at
Okay.
FYIs.
We could
Yeah,
probably
he
do
was.
that again. Yeah. All right.
Got some time now to look it over and see
Yeah.
what if there's any changes you might want.
Okay. All
Because
right.
if there's 4 of us in this room that miss it and valued it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I save my newsletters as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. Okay. We can relook at that. All right. Now that I've been in office long enough, I don't think it's yeah. Awesome. All right. Anything else? Okay. If there's nothing else, then we're up for adjournment.
I make a
Okay, go ahead.
you go ahead.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll
Support.
Stevens made a motion to adjourn. Anderson supported it. All in favor? Aye. Aye. 5 ayes. Motion carries.
We go out and review that.